Hey everybody, welcome to SaltyOldGamer, where we're on an airsoft journey and we're sharing everything we learn along the way. Guess what? This month we are 1 year into our own airsoft journey. And we have learned a lot and accumulated a lot over the course of that year. So we thought, why not take a step back for a second and go through all this stuff on this wall behind me and talk about the SaltyOldGamer Airsoft Arsenal for 2019. So stay tuned. Hey guys, welcome. We are glad that you are here, and we're going to walk through all the guns on the wall behind us and talk briefly about each and every one of them. But before we do that, if this is your first time here and you like gear reviews and gun guides and gameplay and all sorts of other cool airsoft stuff, join us on the journey by hitting that subscribe button and that notification bell so that you don't miss anything. All right guys, like we said, we are exactly 1 year into our airsoft journey, and it has been an awesome journey so far. We have learned a whole lot, met a lot of really cool people, had a lot of really good gameplay, and inevitably accumulated a lot of stuff. So yeah, let's just jump right into it. We'll read across the wall, right to left and down. So this right here is the Elite Force H&K licensed UMP45 distributed by Umarex. And this is the Elite version, which has got upgraded polymers on it. It's got a really strong electronic blowback. And this was actually one of the first guns that we bought. This is my youngest son's very first gun. And it's got lots of upgraded internals. It's a really great gun. It shoots about 380 feet per second with .20 gram BBs, straight on line. In fact, of all the beginner guns that we bought, I guess technically this is kind of a tier 2 up because it was about 245 bucks. It shot absolutely the best. The only problem with playing with this gun is it's not really conducive to filming gameplay because the electronic blowback on this bad boy is really, really strong, and it really shakes the camera. Makes it really hard to see the flight path of the BB. But this is an awesome gun. It's really fun to play with. And if you're looking for something in that 250 range and you don't want an M4, you should definitely check this guy out. Second up is this guy right here. This is my Lancer Tactical LT12B. B as in black, because it was originally black when I bought it before I decided to paint it. Now this is my first airsoft gun I ever owned. I really swear by it. But Lancer Tactical did something really right with their Generation 2 mech boxes. And I ran this gun really hard for a good solid 9 months. I put tens of thousands of rounds through this gun. You know, even today, I would not hesitate to go out and play with this gun because it has amazing accuracy and amazing distance. I mean, there's been times with this gun on the field where I was shooting at enemies and their BBs were just dropping right in front of me, and I was just killing them left and right. So this gun's got amazing distance over most standard M4s. I've made some crazy shots with this gun. The accuracy and consistency is just superb. You hit? All right. Oh, and I forgot to mention, this gun sells for only 140 bucks. So it's kind of a cliche about new airsofters really wanting to play with a sniper because of Silo and Clean Shot and Novrich and House Gamers and all those guys that have really glamorized the sniper airsoft gameplay. But everybody always says, and we completely still second that, you don't want a sniper to be your first gun. And aside from just it being an acquired taste for gameplay, you gotta have a really good gun. And it's gotta be set up correctly. And when we bought this gun, this is the ASG M40A3 Sportline. This first one, the green one, it wasn't a good gun. We got a limit off the manufacturing line. You can see our full video on this. I ended up having to upgrade almost everything in it just to get it playable. Yeah, as good a reputation as this gun has, this particular one that we got just wasn't all that great. It's okay now, but we put a ton of money in it to get it to good workable condition. So let's talk about this guy. This is the G&G P99 CRB, or I like to call it the Burt, because this gun it's insane to play with. I'm not really an inside CQB player, but although I have played a few times and I do enjoy it, but I've played with this gun several times outside as well. It runs perfectly fine outdoors. I've used it in a night game as well. Everything about this gun is it's just really, really fun. It's not super expensive. I think we paid $230 because we got the colored Super Ranger dress-up kit on it. And we stuck this 1500 round magazine on there and an AT-1000 tracer unit. You know, I gotta tell you, you're not gonna get super distance out of this guy or have any kind of accuracy, you know, beyond about 150 to 200 feet, but it's still super fun to play with. All right, and this is the G&G CM16 Combat Raider 2.0. And this was my oldest son's first gun. And it's just a good, solid, reliable starter airsoft gun. It's got the G&G version 2 gearbox in it. You're getting all the quality that comes with that. It's a solid, reputable company that puts out amazing products. There's nothing really flashy about it. It's just a very common looking, serviceable M4 platform. And a lot of these guns are actually used as rental guns, but you know, if you go to a field where they use G&G Combat Machine 16s as rental guns, that's a pretty good field. And I think this gun retailed at about 170. I think it was about 170. So yeah, that brings us to this other ASG M40A3 Sportline. And this is the black version. I went and got this gun because with the issues that I highlighted with the green one that we had, where I had to upgrade all these internal parts to get it playable, I really wanted to know, because I had seen, you know, House Gamers had done a review of the gun. I think Swamp Sniper had done a really great review of the gun. Pretty much every major YouTube out there that took a look at this gun said it was an amazing value and shot really well for an $80 sniper gun. So I really wanted to know, did we get a lemon and would we have different results? And for only 80 bucks, I thought, why not, I'm gonna give it a shot. So we bought a second one, and I have actually taken this out to the field and played with it. And yeah, this one shoots really, really super well. Stock, straight out of the box. If you're in the market for one of these and you're looking to make it a really good sniper gun, the stock, consistency, distance, and accuracy of this gun are all really, really good. And the only thing I would recommend is changing out the spring. You can add about 50 FPS by going a step up on the spring for about $15. So you've got $80 invested in the gun, maybe another $15 in a spring, $95, and you've got a 450 FPS sniper that shoots really, really well. It's not a bad investment, definitely if it's your first foray into sniping. I guess if we stay going left to right, all the pistols are up next, so let's just knock out all the pistols at once. This first pistol is a plastic Springer, and it's by Double Eagle, and I actually got this gun as a gift. I opened it up as a joke, but we were absolutely shocked by this, so much so that I actually went and made a full video review and kept this little plastic $9 spring airsoft gun. I encourage you to go check out the video, but you know, I'll give you the spoiler alert. There's no adjustable hop up in this, but it's so hopped from the factory. You can run .25s in this guy and it will shoot on a line well beyond 100 feet. Yeah, I kept it because it shoots so amazingly well. It's really kind of funny. The second gun, you guys probably recognize this one. There's a real cult following behind this CQB revolver. This is the Elite Force H8R. And it's just got some really cool, aggressive looks to it. It's not very expensive. I think it's like $65. And we bought this gun really strictly because it was fairly inexpensive and it looks really cool. And we didn't have any revolvers, so it's kind of got a unique loading system like an old CO2 revolver pellet pistol, where you load the BBs into this little disc, and then you slide the disc back in, and it gives you 10 shots. And it comes with quite a few of those discs, so I mean, capacity speaking, doesn't take up a lot of space. You can have a bunch of those discs in your pocket. They're really quick to change out, so you could have a lot of ammo at your disposal if you're carrying this out onto the field. Now, this particular one is the Generation 1 H8R. It does not have an adjustable hop-up, but we actually have managed to get our hands on a Generation 2 with the adjustable hop-up, and there's going to be a review of that coming down the pipeline very soon. This is the ASG Steyr M9-A1, and it's funny how all of these guns kind of have their own unique story to them. And this particular gun, I'm really fond of it. I like the two-tone tactical edition. This came from Evic. It's $40, so super inexpensive. It kind of has this unique pullback CO2 loading handle. It just pulls back, and it does have a stick style mag, So it's not much in terms of realism, although it is a one-to-one replica of the real Mannlicher Steyr M9-A1. The problem that I had with this gun is it is a non-blowback CO2, and when we got it, it was shooting 440 plus straight out of the box. So, you know, if you play at a field where the limit's 400 FPS, which is pretty much every outdoor field in the US, you can't really use this gun. It's just basically a pretty paperweight. So I actually made another video where we took the top off, snipped a couple coils off of the spring on this gun, put it back together, and voila, it's now shooting about 370. Perfectly playable. And I really like this gun. For a while, it was my favorite gun as far as looks and feel go. I like the striker fire style guns, and I just think that this gun looks super sexy. It's not my favorite pistol anymore, but I'll tell you more about that here in just a second. So moving right along, this is Elite Force's 1911 Tactical Gas Blowback Airsoft Pistol. And of course you can see that this is the two-tone edition that comes in black and desert tan. And this was my original, and now back to my favorite airsoft pistol to carry out onto the field. And the reason why is purely for performance and gameplay. I'm a pretty tall guy, pretty big-handed guy. I really like the full frame airsoft pistols. You know, ironically, even though it's bigger and heavier, I actually feel like I have a lot more control over the aim of this gun, and I play better with it. So this is currently my favorite sidearm. It does have an adjustable hop up. It's really easy to break down and clean. CO2 in the magazine. I forget how many shots it holds, but it's very efficient. And the hop up's really good. You can run, you know, 0.25s, 0.28s, even 0.30s in this pistol if you really wanted to. Although for pistols, I wouldn't recommend going over anything about 0.25s because you're generally not going to be very far away from people if you're using a sidearm. And that Elite Force 1911 TAC goes for about 120 bucks. And it is considered by a lot of people to be the go-to airsoft handgun. Now this gun is actually the first airsoft pistol I ever owned. This is the Walther P99 double action only gas blowback pistol. If I remember correctly, this gun was only $57. This is the cheapest gas blowback pistol out there on the market that I'm aware of that's still of good quality. We've put a lot of mileage on this gun. I've killed a lot of people with this gun on the field, and I really like it. It does have some drawbacks. It's only a stick style mag. It does not have an adjustable hop up, so you are going to be limited to about 50 or 60 feet for any real accuracy, and after that the BB is going to drop down quite a bit. But it's a really fun gun to use, and at the price, it's probably the best value gas blowback pistol out there. All right, now this last pistol, this is a gun that we actually got in a recent EVIC Box of Awesomeness. And it's an amazing gun. This is a top tier $180 airsoft training replica. And this is the EMG Sky Blue. It is a green gas magazine. It is a striker fire style gun. So if you're a Glock aficionado, then you're gonna like this gun. It's got the same pull down buttons on either side to release the slide, just like a Glock does. And it's got some cool features. It does have adjustable hop up. It's got fiber optic sights. It's got really cool detailing all over it. And the cool thing about this gun is it is a training weapon, which means it is a one-to-one replica of the real steel version of this gun. And the real steel Sky Blue goes for, I'll flash it on the screen here, I can't remember, but it's thousands of dollars. So it's a top-end real steel gun, just like the airsoft version is a top-end airsoft gun. It's a really cool gun. It's got really great detailing on it. If you have this sitting out on your table in the ready area, then you're going to get a lot of people coming over and wanting to hold it and make comments about it. All right, guys, we're coming down the final stretches. Just a few more to go. This next gun, this is a Lancer Tactical LT19B. And this is actually a gun that we picked up in Modern Airsoft's Black Friday mystery box. And this was the first mystery box we ever did, but I feel like it was a really good cause. Part of the proceeds for the mystery box were going to feed homeless people on Thanksgiving. I felt like it was a win-win to give to that cause as well as to get a gun that was worth a little bit more than what we paid for it. And I can't remember exactly how much those mystery boxes cost, but they were cheaper than what this retails for, which I think is about $150, $160-ish. And again, these are the Lancer Tactical Generation 2 guns, and they shoot really, really well. This gun is super lightweight because it's all polymer, but it's extremely durable, it's extremely accurate, and shoots really, really far. In fact, my youngest son, whose original gun was the Elite Force Umarex UMP Elite series. You know, not disparaging that gun, it's a great gun, but he actually traded over to this M4 because for outdoors, it just shoots so much better. As you can see, we've made some modifications to it. It's put kind of a red theme on it. He wanted this Krytac red aluminum amplifier, so it gives it kind of that cracky sound when you're firing. It makes it really loud. Follow that up with accenting it with some red aluminum rail pieces and a red aluminum hand stop as well. So just like the original gun up here that I had that I really like, this is the same internals. It's just got a little bit longer barrel. Great starter guns, really inexpensive, pretty durable even though they're all polymer, and they just shoot really well. Now we get to my current regular gun. So this is the Krytac Trident MK2 CRB in foliage green. And we are running a UTG red and green dot sight on top of it, as well as a Gemtech black side mock suppressor on the front. And when we decided we wanted to move up to a higher tier gun for our airsoft gameplay, I did a lot of research, and most of the research that I did pointed to two different guns, the Krytac Trident MK2 or the Elite Force VFC Avalon, which we're about to look at right after this one. But after doing that research, this was the first of the two that I bought, and it made it kind of an easier decision when I was doing that research, because I knew there's more than one of me that goes out and plays every weekend, so I'm gonna end up buying more than one gun. So I figured whichever one I buy first, I'm gonna buy the other one shortly thereafter. So I kind of couldn't go wrong deciding which one I wanted to get first. I knew I was gonna eventually have both of them. But I do really like this gun. I really like the Defiance key-mount rail system on it. It's rounded, it's super slick, and it just feels really good ergonomically to me. And the gun fires really well. There's really nothing negative I can say about this gun. It's just all around a superb gun straight out of the box without any modifications. But I love this gun. I've made some amazing shots with it, and I really enjoy playing with it every weekend.
He's hit. Threaded that one under the Jeep.
All right, and then last, but certainly not least, this is the Elite Force VFC Avalon Saber. And on this particular gun, I actually have the Krytac Trident MK2 flash hider up front, and I'm running a Dagger Defense micro red dot sight up top, and just a traditional polymer angled foregrip underneath. And just like with the Krytac, the Avalon is a fantastic gun straight out of the box. Retails for about $385. You don't have to make any upgrades to this gun at all. It has tons of upgrades in their version 2 gearbox straight out of the box. And just like with the other gun, I have played with this gun numerous times and made some absolutely phenomenal shots with it. And anytime I go out, you know, it's kind of 50-50. I may run with this, I may run with the Krytac. Either way, I know it's going to be a great game. So guys, we completely missed covering the Vietnam era M16-A1 on the wall behind me. But we have done a full review of this gun very recently, and you can check it out at the card on the screen, and also linked in the description below. Like we said, we've accumulated a lot of stuff over the years. I am sure that we will continue to accumulate a lot of stuff. If you have any questions about any of these guns that we talked about today, definitely put those questions in the comments below, and we will address any questions you have. We try to get to every question that everybody posts. Sometimes we can, sometimes we can't, but we certainly make an effort to reply to every single person. So guys, thanks for sticking with us. We really hope you enjoyed the video, and if you'd like to help the channel out, like, comment, subscribe, and all of that good stuff, because it really does help us get out in front of more new people. And if you haven't already, join us on our airsoft journey by hitting that subscribe button and that notification bell so that you don't miss a single video that comes out every Tuesday with bonus videos on Fridays. And until then, we'll see you next time.